Hi everyone, it's Phil from Writingbasics.com and thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you 5 great ways to spruce up your creativity. If you're in a rut right now, if ideas aren't coming to you and you're just having a really difficult time writing, hopefully I'm going to show you some ways that you could combat that. One of the 5 ways, I've actually spent quite a bit of time talking about it in a previous video. It deals with confidence. It's probably the #1 reason a lot of beginner writers just kind of drop out after just trying a bit, or they just have this ongoing battle on writing because it stems from their confidence, and they're always questioning themselves. Could I do this? Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. What the hell am I doing? I'm not a writer. Why am I doing this? Well, you know what? I'll tell you, every single writer out there, had to start from somewhere. And if you have that inspiration to become a writer, I truly believe you could become a writer, but you need to build that confidence. So I ask you, go to one of my previous videos and look on how to build confidence. Likewise, you could also go to Writingbasics.com and you could read some of the articles I have on confidence as well. So that's the first one. The second one I want to talk about is concentration. Concentration is extremely critical in the writing process. Unfortunately, Hollywood has depicted the writer as the drunkard, with the bottle, and chain smoker type in a way, and having problems writing, and that's absolutely doesn't work that way. I'm sure some very good writers have been alcoholics and have had difficult time writing. Some of them probably will even tell you that they had to drink or take drugs to write well. Well, I'm here to tell you that for the most part, that does not help creativity. I know back in the 60s, folks were dropping acid and saying, it's mind expanding. It probably helps to maybe a certain degree, maybe a certain type of writing. But if you're really serious about writing consistently and doing fabulous work, then you need to clear the mind and concentrate. And the way you do this is, the first thing you do is you pick up a little notebook, and you bring a notebook with pen or pencil with you everywhere you go, and concentrate on your daily commute to work. If you're sitting in a subway, listen to the conversation next to you and pick up on some of the dialogue and take some notes. That dialogue may come in handy. Also, look at things at a deeper level. If you, for instance, witness a car accident, stop and just kind of stare at it and try to look into details that, I'm not talking the high-level details. Car accident, people are, injured. I'm talking, go into detail. Look at the mangled metal and the paint, and the transmission fluid seep out of the engine or whatever, and where did it go, and what are the people's reaction? Like the folks looking into it. Are they? What are they saying? What's the dialogue? Look at the folks involved in the accident. How are they handling it, right? Those are critical notes that the writer needs to really cherish, because it's a real-life event. And the more true to real life that you can make your writing, no matter what genre, it could be fantasy, if you could do that, you could really build a lot of rapport with the reader. So you want to build this you want to communicate over to the reader so that they could really understand what it is that you're writing. And to do that, you need to really concentrate on your surroundings. So a good exercise maybe tomorrow when you set out is to concentrate, look around you, pick up on the little details. The next thing I want to talk about is solitude. Writers need solitude. If you're married, have 3 kids, you have a lot of chores to do, and you're trying to get some writing, it'll be very difficult. Mind you, folks, there are good readers out there good writers out there who have written great stuff, and they were extremely busy. Some of them were lawyers that had absolutely no time. But what they did was they really nailed down this whole idea of solitude. They would find an empty room, at the courthouse, and they would sit down for an hour every day and write part of their novel. When you go home, make a little agreement with the kids and the wife or the husband and say, hey, look, I'm going to go into a room and do some writing for an hour and a half. Then once I'm out, I'm all yours, right? So try to make an agreement like that. Try to get folks to really buy into giving you that space and time and solitude to do your writing. If you do that, you'll find that it'll be much easier to write. A lot easier to write than if you're sitting in front of the TV with kids jumping up all around you, right? I mean, that just won't work very well. You need that solitude. You need that time to really get into your subconscious. The next thing which is kind of connected to solitude, is patience. There are a lot of good writers out there who, they lack patience at times. They'll sit down at the typewriter and they'll say, or the computer or the notepad, and they'll say, I need to write, and they're just so impatient that it clouds up your mind. It's like, if you're trying to get your child off to school in the morning and you're yelling at them, let's go, hurry up with this shit. It actually doesn't work. It works in reverse, right? They get all panicky and they're like looking at you, and you got to be calm, and you need to have that patience. When you have patience coupled with the solitude, you go into the room. Let's say you have an hour tonight to write. You go into the room, and now the first thing you think is, oh my God, I only got an hour. I better start writing right now. No, the thing is, spend 5 minutes. Just kind of meditate. Just kind of think back on the day, what you did. And then after 10 minutes, say, okay, I'm going to start doing some writing. Don't force it. If you force it, it just won't come. So definitely having the patience is incredibly important. And we talked about the confidence, and the fifth thing, which is specific for writers, is a little trick that I've seen, which I've used myself, and that is to pick up a good novel, something that you really inspires you, right, and read a few pages. I'm not saying that I want you to adopt the form of the writer, but a lot of times when you're reading some really good book, you get inspired by the words. You see how things come together, and and that may inspire you to do your own writing. You may want to start off using the same form. So if you're reading through, Stephen King or someone, and you know Stephen King form or the Dean Koontz form, and I really love Dean Koontz. He has great use of words, and definitely inspires me. And I'll read through a page and I say, wow, I really like his really descriptions that he comes with, right? And then you start writing, maybe in the Dean Koontz voice, and just keep writing. And if you remember, the whole idea of writing and doing it consistently well is that you want to just keep writing at it. I've already had a video on how to break through writer's block, and definitely you want to watch that video because it just shows you got to just keep writing no matter what. Don't worry if it's garbage. You just edit it or throw it out. But it gives you the license to write, and you just want to keep writing. And that's it. Hope you'll use those exercises, and join me again. Take care. Bye-bye.